Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Patea here with a fun and quick and easy video for you today. We're going to make smoothies. We love making smoothies on the homestead. We've been making smoothies for years. I have been juicing. I don't know if you have a juicer at home. I started juicing back in 2001. Bought my first juicer. Started juicing and making smoothies, and it's life-changing. You can transform how you eat and making sure that you get all the things that you need in your body by these simple things. And I love them, so we're going to share this with you today. I've been adjusting how I make smoothies over the years and how I juice, and it's just a lot of fun, and it's very healthy. So I'm going to dive in. When I make my smoothies, I basically have a simple baseline recipe that I use, and then I just add from there. Okay, so I'm just going to jump in. I don't know about you, but when I make smoothies, even if I add kale and rich greens to it, I always love for bananas to be my baseline. I just think that they add a little bit of thickness to it. I think they add a little bit of texture. And so, and also I have to add 2 or 3 bananas, not just one, because, simply because when I make smoothies, I end up having to make 2, 3, 4 of them because everybody in the family wants to have a smoothie also. Or I'll put some of these into some freezer pop holders and make popsicles. So as you can see, I am not using a fancy blender. So if you're at home and you're interested in boosting your metabolism and adding healthy things in your diet, you do not have to go out and buy a $100, $200, $600 blender in order for this to happen, okay? The blender's been around for a long time. As you can see right here, this bad boy has been with me for about 15 years. And until he burns out, we're just going to keep on trucking with him. Very simple. All I've done is add a baseline of 3 bananas, okay? You can do 1, you can do 3, however many you like. It's totally up to you. The next thing that I add is yogurt. You don't have to add yogurt. That's totally up to you. But I do like to add a little bit of yogurt. Now, my preference for yogurt is Stonyfield Organic. I don't prefer Greek yogurt. I try to steer away with anything that has any type of artificial sweeteners and whatnot in there. So I buy whole milk. You can buy plain, or you can buy, if they don't have the plain, sometimes I'll just grab the French vanilla. It's kind of, sometimes when you live out in a rural area, sometimes you can't be too picky on a few things. But as long as I get this brand, I'm doing pretty good. I just add in there, and I may make a mess making the smoothie. I add, just a couple of big dollops in there. Totally up to you. Less is good, more is good. Tell me whatever you like. So 2 or 3 big tablespoons in there. Just add some creamy, rich texture to it. No brainer. The next thing that I'm going to add is milk. I buy organic whole milk. I don't buy any other type of milk. And this is Trader Joe's. I think they've got a really good price on their milk. I enjoy it. So I just add, depends on how many bananas and whatnot and how big of a smoothie you want to make. Just however much you want to. Probably a good cup or so in there. I like mine kind of a medium thickness. I don't like it too thick, but I don't like it too watery. So I just kind of go with the flow from there. From there, I add my sweetener. I always use honey. There's other options out there for you. Again, whatever you like. I love to add local honey as my natural sweetener. I pretty much use it for just about everything except for molasses. I buy local molasses as well. But again, if you can, support a local beekeeper and buy their honey, you're going to get a much better product, a real product, a natural product. And I will be honest with you, I don't think there is more of a perfect natural food than real honey. So I always add that in there. Push this to the side. Now from there, I like to add a little bit of maybe some oats or wheat germ. Now if you'll notice, the wheat germ that I've got here is the Hodgson Mill, and you can get this just about anywhere. And of course, it is a part of the non-GMO project. You probably can't see that right there, but always look for that little non-GMO emblem there. It's very important for you to see that. I'm going to back away. I just add a little bit in there, probably a teaspoon, tablespoon. Wheat germ, you can study up on it. It's very good to add into your diet. It tastes great with bananas if you just want to dip eat a banana and put slices in that. Very good for you. Very good to add to a baby's diet as well. I also like to add, this is optional. Now, I don't always add everything that you see, but this is a smoothie on steroids, if you will. I like to buy local bee pollen. I don't add a whole lot. You don't have to. maybe a half a teaspoon in there. Where I get my honey, and they also can, and my sorghum, they can supply me with their bee pollen. Very important to add to your diet if you can. Now from there, I have pretty much a baseline. So the next things that I want to add are things that are optional in terms of flavor or something that you may have never added before. The first thing I'm going to talk about is berries. I love berries. If you are going to try to go organic, you probably have heard of the Dirty Dozen and all the different things that you should definitely make organic in your diet. Those should be things that if you're actually eating the skin. Berries, raspberry, blueberry, strawberries being your main ones. We grew these on our own farm. I have frozen them in my food saver. I've already plopped them out. I love blueberries. I could live off of blueberries. So we're going to add blueberries, quite a few, into the smoothie there, into the blender. And I just opened up my raspberries. So this is my last pack. So I may be a little bit more stingy in terms of how many I add because I want to make a smoothie tomorrow, maybe the next day, definitely. So I picked these myself. They have been frozen, and this is about as good as it gets. So we're going to put some in there. Doesn't get any better than that. If you want to add ice, just to add a little bit more texture in there, maybe 1 or 2, 3 cubes of ice. But the thing I want to talk about most that maybe you've never done is when you're making a smoothie, and you certainly don't have to put all of this in there. I just want to show you the items that are really good and are nice to add. And as your gardens come in, and maybe your Swiss chard comes in, and your kale and your spinach. You can always throw that in there. It may have a little bit of texture to it. That doesn't bother me. I don't expect it to be liquid. I like having a little bit of grit in my smoothies because that forces you to chew your smoothie. If you're drinking juice that you have juiced, or you are making homemade smoothies, it is actually wise for you to chew it before you swallow it. That gets your digestive system going, gets your salivary glands going. It begins the whole process for your body. So remember that. And that information came from the juice man himself. So, I add coconut oil into my smoothies. The first time I thought of this, I thought, first of all, that's genius. And second of all, I thought, gosh, how is that going to taste? Really, it doesn't taste like much of anything else. I mean, it adds a little bit of texture to it. You might have just a small hint of coconut, pretty much how it smells. And but what you're doing is you're adding this natural and just wonderful good fat into your smoothie, and what that does is it's going to help boost your metabolism. So if you're trying to lose weight, this may be a route you want to go. And if anybody that I know of that gave me this hint is a fitness trainer. So this may be something that you want to add to your smoothies to help get more coconut oil into your diet. There's a lot of ways to add this wonderful ingredient. I love it. I get mine from Trader Joe's. I think they have a wonderful product. I think it's a killer price. So if you have a Trader Joe's near you, it's $5.99. And I couldn't be more pleased. All right, let's blend this bad boy up. I think we got everything in there. Did I forget anything? So we're just going to blend it up with my old-timey blender. See? It's easy. Now, like I said, you can drink the smoothies. My children love them. I like to steam up some eggs and slice an avocado and have a smoothie. I think that's a great healthy breakfast. Another thing that you can do is you can freeze your smoothies if you have small children. You have the trays with the pops, and you can buy these that come with the lid, and you can make yourself some pops to put into the freezer, and you can take them on trips or just have them around the house when the weather gets hot. This is a wonderful thing for your children to indulge on. So I hope this helps you out. I hope maybe it gives you some ideas to help make you some more healthy smoothies and different ideas that you have coming up the spring months. It's going to get hot. We're going to be busy. We're going to be outside planting our gardens. We're going to need a nice, refreshing, cool thing to take a break on. So we're so glad that you joined us today. Be sure to subscribe to us here on Facebook. Check us out subscribe to us here on YouTube. Then check us out on our Facebook page. We're on Instagram. Check us out on our blog. And we hope you come back and visit. We appreciate you sticking around. Y'all have a good day.